What is up, guys? Welcome back here to the End Zone Podcast here on YouTube. And today we have a few different topics to discuss and just try to figure out and try to minorize and try to just see kind of what we're thinking, what we're feeling. At Nova Sunglasses, trying to look different in each videos. But let's dive right into it. So the first big news of this episode is we're going to discuss why Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers look like complete dog shit. But before we do that, we are going to we have some news. We have some minor news in the NFL regarding PJ Walker and Sam Ellinger, and so let's get into it. Christian McCaffrey was traded to the San Francisco 49ers for a few different picks, which is just insanity. It's just insanity. Oh my goodness. Christian McCaffrey is joining the best running game in the National Football League. With Kyle Shanahan, you now have Jeff Wilson Jr., Christian McCaffrey. They use 9 different running backs, so it's classic 49ers, but it's bizarre. I don't know. I literally don't know. But yeah, so they would use 9 different running backs, between 9 and 10 different running backs, which is bizarre. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey is a San Francisco 49er. I really like this move from the Niners. Although they basically, most of their running backs, if we've looked at past term, have been injury-plagued running backs. And you just added another one, and CMC. But overall, good move by the 49ers. Just the move is a little questionable, but overall, it's a pretty good move for the San Francisco 49ers. And what they're doing to progress for themselves. So 49ers, good move. Panthers, you traded Christian McCaffrey and you go and beat the Bucs. It's just bizarre, man. It's just bizarre. But yeah, it's insane. But Panthers get CMC. The Jets got on Monday, October 25th. The Jets went out and they traded for James Robinson from the Jaguars after it was announced that Breece Hall, rookie running back Breece Hall, did tear his ACL. It's unfortunate for Breece Hall, very young, talented, second-round pick. I forget where he went to school. And then for the Jets, it looked like they were finally putting things together. They were hitting their stride, trying to just hit their stride upwards. And then Breece Hall tears his ACL. You bring James Robinson, who ran for 1,000 yards in his rookie season with the Jaguars, and then kind of didn't play much last season because of a Urban Meyer controversy. Urban Meyer was a freaking joke of a coach. But so there was a lot of different moves. But overall, James Robinson going to the Jets should help their game out, and it's a solid move for both sides. Jacksonville committed to Travis Etienne Jr., so it's a good move for the Jets, and it's a good move for Jacksonville. So credit to both teams. Great move. Okay, so now we have to discuss Matt Ryan, who was traded from the Atlanta Falcons to the Indianapolis Colts this offseason. It was announced on Tuesday, October 26th, that Matt Ryan will be benched for the remainder of the season in exchange for former Texas Longhorns quarterback Sam Ellinger, which is just insane. I mean, I know Matt Ryan's been playing bad, and Matty Ice has not been the same Matty Ice that we've seen over the past few years, but we're gonna it's just bizarre. The Colts have had a QB carousel since Andrew Luck. And maybe I saw something on Instagram the other day, maybe it's not the Colts. Maybe it's Frank Wright being the inability to be able to get a quarterback. Because, Sam Ellinger is now your starter. And it's just crazy. It's really just crazy. It literally is. And really, I got no comment on it. Like, Sam Ellinger's a Colt. He's going to be the starting quarterback. We'll see how he's going to do. Yeah. And then the Carolina Panthers and interim head coach Steve Wilks announced that they will be naming P.J. Walker the starting quarterback over Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. Wilks came out and said that it's very difficult to remove P.J. Walker from the starting lineup the way he's been playing, which I get and I respect. So, P.J. Walker is the new starter in Carolina. Baker trash Mayfield and Sam trash Darnold are now the backup quarterbacks. And Matt Corral, who's a rookie, is also out for a little bit longer. So Baker, I think it's safe to say the Baker Mayfield trade in Carolina was a failure because they're all with P.J. Walker now. Like, it's just bizarre. But yeah, they've done 9. They traded CMC, but then they wouldn't trade Brian Bird, Jimmy Chin, J.C. Horn. But they wasn't in the office to DJ Moore. So I don't know what Carolina's doing, but P.J. Walker is the new starter for the Carolina Panthers. So congrats to P.J. Walker, the XFL MVP. So P.J. Walker is making it work. He's making it work. And now we're going to go into the Bucs and the Packers. Both look terrible. Rodgers and Brady finally look like age is catching up to them. I'm going to start with my Packers. We're going to get that over with, and then we'll move to Tom Brady. Rodgers at this point is looking terrible. He really has no weapons. Like Cobb and Lazard are like the only veteran guys he's worked with. Sammy Watkins is a veteran, but Rodgers hasn't worked with him. He's got Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs still trying to like surfacing. So it is a lot right now going on in Green Bay. But offensively, we look at it. But first, like I think 4 weeks they were running the ball with Jones and Dillon, and they were rushing the ball like no else. Lately, they've been pulling back. And I don't know, like, why, like, and that Giants, no, the game against the Jets, like, Rodgers threw the ball, like, 30 times, and they were going for, like, 30-yard bombs. When you're down by, like, 14, it's like, let's relax. Like, so, it's definitely insane, but the Packers don't look good. I think you can make the statement they are definitely missing Devontae Adams, and, like, what... Like, you can tell, Davante Adams even has definitely affected Aaron Rodgers as far as what he has, because right now he has no weapons. Like, Aaron Rodgers has no weapons outside of, like, what we have. So, it's been a rough year in Green Bay. It's a little bit different. Do I think they can turn around? Yes. You do have a future Hall of Fame quarterback and 3-time MVP at your disposal. But you definitely need to make a move either at the deadline or through free agency. I'm hearing Chase Claypool is a name for the Packers. But there's guys in free agency. You got Odell Beckham Jr. You got Will Fuller, deep threats. Just whatever you got to do because Rodgers needs help as much as he can. Especially in the postseason, like you want guys with experience. And Beckham and Will Fuller, well, not so much Will Fuller, but Odell Beckham has that. So Packers need to figure it out and... Packers need to figure it out and just see what they can do. Now let's go into the other future Hall of Fame quarterback, but he's the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Brady looks terrible this year now, but he is going through a divorce back home, which could or could not be a factor in this. But Brady looks terrible. Like his offensive line doesn't like. But Bucs as a unit look terrible. But Tom Brady looks like even more garbage. It looks even more terrible. So it's just a mess in Tampa Bay right now. It's just a mess in Tampa Bay at this point. It's a mess in Tampa Bay right now. Mike Evans, they just lost to the Panthers. Mike Evans dropped a wide open touchdown. And Tom Brady, you can see he's broken Microsoft Surface tablets this year. He's been yelling at his offensive lineman. It's been a tough year in Tampa Bay for Bucs, and I think the main reason why that is because they're still hungover on the fact that they won the Super Bowl just 2 years ago. Devin White looks pretty good. Their defense is banged up, but Bucs are looking bad. But Brady's in general is just looking like Tom Brady in general just looks like trash, and you can't tell me that. The divorce that Tom Brady is going through is not affecting him because it 100% is affecting him. But Bucs look terrible. Packers look terrible. Both those teams are definitely in trouble come playoff time. And but I think the Bucs. I think, like I said, I think both teams will figure it out. But if not, both teams are in both teams are in serious trouble if they cannot figure it out. So yeah, both teams are in serious trouble, and both teams, you gotta figure it out, because if you don't, it's going to be a long off season. So yeah, that's all I have for this week on the End Zone. If you guys enjoy me, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'm trying to get some guests on here, so we're gonna just see what I can do and see what I can pull out of my hat. But other than that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Peace.